this special feature on the NDTV Property Awards 2014. With close to 600 episodes under our belt, the property show has become the viewers and the industry's trusted brand for real estate programming. So when it was about our biggest night of the year, the annual NDTV Property Awards, the who's who of the real estate industry was in attendance. Bringing you special highlights from the Property Awards. First up, veteran property developers of India engage in a freewheeling conversation with Minister of State for Housing, Babu Supriyo, and NDTV Group CEO, Vikram Chandra.
Now let me turn to all the doyens of real estate and say, I mean, is there anything else that you really want to ask the minister, or can we just get him to sing something else? Mr. Hiranandan.
I've just been in the industry for only 35 years. And it's always been my dream to do what Mr. Modi has said, which is really get housing for all. And we've really worked on it. And every time I got a project and wanted to do affordable housing, at the time, something or the other happened which made it unaffordable in order to do it. Today, when I make a house which is affordable housing, about 32% of that cost is taxes, whether it's direct, stamp duty, this, that, and the other. In all the other things, you give tax benefits for IT, for hotels, industry, except gharon ke liye, sab महंगा बनाते जा रहे हैं. So I want you to communicate to the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu ji, and Arun Jaitley Sahab, that yes, you have said both in the manifesto and on Red Fort, and in the budget of India, Mr. Jaitley said that we want to make 4+2 crore houses. But what really happened in the rest of it, in terms of the rest of the budget, the only thing he did was increase the taxes. The local authority has increased taxes. Recently, the Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai has increased the cost of TDR, cost of fungible, cost of everything. Today, for all the housing that is there, there's nothing I can sell less than 10,000 rupees at least in the city of Mumbai if I take TDR from the corporation. I'm now 65. This week I'm 65. You can wish me happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I hope that with Mr. Modi's aspiration and our promise that we will support wholeheartedly, ladies and gentlemen, do you agree with that? Yes. If we can wholeheartedly support Mr. Modi, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, and Mr. Jaitley, we need to actually sit down and say, all these wrong things which are there can change the future. And the people who live in slums will get houses. I promise you, we can do it. And we want to do it. But nothing has happened in the last 6 to 9 months. And I repeat, nothing in terms of incentive to private people to do it. I understand the government is going to do a lot, and it will happen. But I am passionate about the fact that we must achieve it. And in the last 5 years of what I want to be, I want to get into this in a much bigger way. And whatever support I can give personally, Niranjan Hiranandani or my companies, and I promise you on behalf of so many of my friends over here who are colleagues with me, small, big, and all, those who have been just in the year, and people like Mafat Raji, who has been 40 years in the industry, is also here with us, and all these giants. Right. We want to do it. I promise you. We want to sing as much as you are singing and be able to stand on the platform and say proudly, I did it for India and I did it well. So I'm saying it because I want to do it, sir.
Let me tell you one thing, sir. I just want to make it very short. My housing secretary, my urban development secretary, they have given me large printouts wherein I can explain what the government is doing towards the housing sector. But I don't want to read out anything out of those papers. This is just the first budget, and there are going to be several more to come. And I think that when we are talking about affordable housing and housing for all by 2022, I mean, you are the people who make the houses. So if we want you to go back to your house with a smiling face, paying lesser taxes or getting relaxation in TDR and FCR and FSI and all of that. So we will try to make things easier, because if we have to give housing for all, then apart from looking at the economically weaker section, we also have to look at the other section of the society. And as you said, The poor man pays more than the rich. That's a serious thing. I think we would love to sit down with you and discuss that.
I'm just a little concerned, though, sir. You said that the rich are not being taxed that much. You may well have a tax coming. That loophole could be plugged not by reducing taxes in the other way, but they say, oh, we forgot to tax those guys, so let's come in and do it.
No, it's not about that. It's about a differential which is unfair, unjust.
So the differential will normally be plugged by taxing.
In spite of the fact that they know it, they are not removed it. The fact is not the fact that something is wrong. I can understand if something is wrong, but they know it's wrong and they still continue to do it. That's upsetting. If I don't know something is wrong and I do some wrong, you'll have to forgive me.
Well, you've got a chance on Monday now to try and fix it. Okay,
Thank you.
Let's have from you some thoughts about the sector.
They were there for 10 years till 9 months back. It has just started. 9 months is as long time you take to deliver a baby. So let's start from Monday. You're most welcome. We'll start it from there. I assure you.
Any thoughts and suggestions that you may have?
I will just build on from what Niranjan has been talking about. The other serious concern which all developers share is that the approvals. We are talking about building 4 crore homes and 6 crore homes by 2022. Now, do we have a mechanism for approving so many houses, first of all? That's the biggest challenge. Why not we simplify the whole process, make the rules very, very simple, and delegate the powers of approvals to architects and engineers, professionals. They can approve, issue all approvals. Forget about why not we remove this GIA clearance? In metropolitan cities and urban areas, what is the ecosystem? Ecosystem is for the people to work, live and play. And where is the environmental impact by building homes in metropolitan cities and urban areas?
Right. Irfanji, let me get your comments and I'll get the Minister to speak.
As I said, and both my friends have actually said the same thing. The most deficient thing in our industry, what we lack is trust. If we, as an industry, build trust with our customers, build trust with our contractors, build trust with the government, and it is reciprocated in that manner, I believe there's going to be a sea change. Now, like Niranjan said, he's been in the industry for 35 years. I too have been there for almost or more than 30 years. I've seen the complete change that is happening. I've seen India growing. I've seen the scale growing. I've seen the volumes growing and the demand growing. Now, how is this happening? How is this change taking place? Now, in spite of all the negatives that we have, the demand is there, the requirement is there, because today the country has come on its own. Today we have huge job creation. Right. And now with the new government and talking about manufacturing, creating more jobs, make in India, I believe the urbanization is going to change from 35% that what we have to almost 55-60%. That means there is so much more pressure on our cities. There's so much more pressure on creating more and more homes. Otherwise, our cities will turn out to be large slums. We cannot afford that. We have to see and work together with the government, with whoever else that we have to interact with, to see. My dream is to have an India where everybody has a roof on their own, a pakka roof, and with good sanitary conditions with running water. Because if you have that, your work culture changes, your entire aspirational level changes. And this is possible, it is not impossible. I only believe that we have to have that commitment, we have to have the desire, and we will do it. Another thing that happens, you see this word affordable is tossed many, many, many times. Now, what is affordable is the question. Today, you asked me 5 years ago, it would have happened even to Niranjan, but 10 years ago when we built a home in Bangalore and sold it 10 years ago for 20 lakhs. At that time, we thought that, it was something that was very, very affordable and everything else. But that same apartment, 10 years later, it's more than 2 crores. So you are creating wealth, you are making people more and more stronger if they invest in their own house. So that's the clear message. If you have a good system where our customers get proper approved loans and lower interest rates, tax rationalization where you don't pay 30-40% tax and everything else. I think we've got a renaissance happening, and now with the minister telling us, look, come and see me on Monday morning, let's have a change, let's have a talk and see how these things can change. I'll say, look, we are sincere. The entire fraternity is sincere. Let's work together. I think things can definitely improve.
One thing is that, since I am very new to politics, and it's just that I'm a minister for the last 3 months. So what I have realized is that, having done so many meetings with the Prime Minister, what I understand is that the first thing that he's looking at is to make the system easier. There is a way in which India has functioned. The bureaucracy has functioned for so many years. And as I said, builders and politicians, they have become bad words, and they are not probably dealt with the respect given the contribution that they do to the society. So I can tell you one thing, that our Prime Minister really believes in in single window concepts. In single window concepts where a consumer goes to one single window and several, because the government departments, see, I will take a little extra minute, because that will come out of my speech, which I'm not going to deliver. I'm telling you, that you've got 5 minutes from out of that, because I really want
this gentleman... But we do want you to deliver a little part of your speech anyway.
I am already saying from the heart what I really need to say and convey. It's really great to hear all of you. And as I'm saying that, we are really trying hard to turn the red tape into the red carpet. I don't know how long that is possible. Why? I don't know how that is possible, but I know that is possible. And we are building the platform on which such a dream can be really dreamt. So we will turn the red tape into the red carpet. It will take us a little bit of time, but we really need, legendary people from industries to actually come and express themselves. I don't want to come here and deliver a speech that was given to me just to let the industry know what we are doing. I would rather want to know what we are doing is already something that you know, even probably more than me. You've gone into more details. But if you fix up an appointment, I will make sure that even Jayant Sinha, the MOS from the Finance Department, is sitting with us and listens, at least gives you a good ear to everything that you have to say. And I promise you that is going to happen next week. That's all I can do.
Well, that's really fantastic to hear. Thank you all so much for joining us.